Hey guys, Arconane from Rangerboard here with a video review of the Power Rangers Megaforce Retrofire Megazord figures. Now this release comes with the Gosei Great Megazord Retrofire and Gosei Grand Megazord Retrofire. Something interesting to note is that nowhere in any source are these actually called Retrofires. They just resemble Retrofires because of the way they were made and stuff like that, and they're a bit stylized as well. But there's a chance they might not actually be Retrofires, but I'll go more into detail of that later. But for now, I'm just gonna call them Retrofires. So as I said, this comes with Gosei Great Megazord here on the left and Gosei Grand Megazord on the right. I did not think to measure these things before I started filming, but I would estimate these are about 5.5 inches tall, 5 to 6 inches tall, maybe. To compare, here is, well, here is the Super Robo Chogokin Daizujin, or the Dino Megazord, if you wish to call it that. I'm just gonna stand it up straight really quick. The Retrofire line is essentially the American version of the Super Robot Chogokin line. As you can see, they're roughly the same height. Obviously, this thing being like 60 bucks, 50 to 60 bucks, it is much higher quality. It has some die-cast pieces, much more articulation, but yeah, they still do look great together, in my opinion. Gosei Great stands just a little bit shorter than the Megazord, but Gosei Grand stands a little bit taller because of its ridiculous head. So yeah, that's that. Okay. Now I'm going to go over the individual figures themselves, starting with Gosei Great. So let's look at the packaging first. This is the packaging for Gosei Great. Up here is Power Rangers Megaforce. There's the logo that says there's one power card included, which is right there. And there right here is where the figure was. Down here you see a nice close-up of Gosei Great's head and official product image of it. On the back, well, up here you have collect them all. The 5 Megaforce Rangers right there, collect them all, and an image of the 2 Retrofires. And down here is new Tokyo Vinyl figures, and you see the red and blue Megaforce Rangers, the figure version, the Toma and Friends figure versions of them that will hopefully be released soon because they look cool. Overall, the packaging is, I didn't like it. I don't like it. It just looks very cheap. It looks like a regular figure. Also, it's not collectors friendly. As you can see, I had to rip it open. Past Retrofire releases were just fantastic, especially the Samurai Retrofires. They had the little cylinder package. It was really cool looking and resealable, obviously, but that's one thing that leads me to believe that these aren't actually Retrofires, but I don't know. But overall, I don't really like the packaging, but whatever. And as usual, on the side we have Power Rangers action card game, 3 ways to play. And on the other side is just an ad for the mobile app. And yeah, there's no instructions or anything, it's just that. And this figure comes with 1 power card for the Power Rangers action card game. It is number, you can't see that, it's number P011. And when you insert it into the Gosei Morpher, which I have here, it says this:
Megaforce, Megazord.
screw it. Yeah, as you can see, it says Megaforce Megazord. Previous Megazord cards, previous Megaforce Megazord cards that came with like the deluxe Megazords and stuff, they all said summon Megazord, but these are different in that they say Megaforce Megazord. The Gosei Grand card says that too, but I'll look at that later. Anyway, here is the Gosei Great Megazord Retrofire figure. As you can see, it's, and I apologize for the poor lighting, it's almost midnight, but it's a very nicely detailed figure. Fortunately, I can't get too close because my camera can't focus, but I mean, this is Gosei Great, alright. Here's the back. Not much paint going on there. Yeah, I really wish I could focus this for you guys, but alas, my camera does not have that technology, unfortunately. It comes with the dragon sword. I don't know what it's called, but it comes with this sword. You can put it in, well, you can put it in either hand, but obviously it's supposed to go in the shark hand. And yeah, I'm gonna go over the articulation for this figure, and I won't go over it for the Gosei Grand Megazord because it's pretty much the same exact thing. But basically, you have ball joint in the head, swivel and hinge on the shoulders, both shoulders. You have a bit of a swivel in the bicep, hinge on the elbow, and swivel on the wrist, which I hear from people that own Retrofires is new to that, to this line. So that's great. And articulation at the waist, a little bit, not 360, but enough. And ball joint right here at the legs, hinge at the knee. You have a bit of a, never mind, hinge at the knee and hinge at each of the feet. So it's pretty damn articulated, and I really like it. Detail wise, it is a tiny bit stylized. To compare, let me just pop the sword in really quick. To compare, I have the deluxe Gosei Great Megasword right there, and yeah, as you can see, some aspects of it are exaggerated. Yeah, I have those little things there, don't mind them. Some of them are exaggerated. The arms are definitely longer. If you'll notice in the waist here, you honestly really can't see well. I'm really sorry for that, but the dragon claws are situated right here, but on the Retrofire, they are around the waist, and the waist is much taller than in the deluxe Megazord. They're grabbing the waist like this, if you can't see, instead of just being perched on the hip. So yeah, and also the headers, the header ports are colored appropriately. Yeah, except for the top, it's all red, which looks fine, I guess. And yeah, and obviously the differences in the sword is the sword for the Retrofire is more show accurate, obviously, while this is just, it's a piece of crap. Anyway, that's enough of that. So overall, I really like this figure. I really like the Gosei Great design in general. The only complaint I have about it is this wing keeps popping off really easily. The other wing has never popped off, but this one pops off really easily, so that's kind of annoying. And also the Phoenix and Shark headers, or Zords, sorry, they're painted just fine, but the Tiger and Snake Swords, if you can see there, they are not. It is just plain black and plain yellow, which is disappointing. If I have time, I'm gonna try to paint them up a bit. So yeah, great figure. Very posable. Pose them like that. Looks really cool. Alright, that's enough of that. Next we have the Gosei Grand Megazord. Here's the package for it. It's the exact same thing as the other one, except obviously it says Gosei Grand Megazord, close-up of Gosei Grand Megazord's face, and this thing, the official picture. And here's the card that goes with the Gosei Grand Megazord. It is P015. There you go. Looks pretty cool. I won't go over the sound because it's the exact same as the other one. And here is the Megazord itself. So exact same articulation as Gosei Great. Here, I'm gonna bring out the deluxe, well, not really, yeah, deluxe Gosei Grand Megazord. Really tall. Yep. Yeah, I'm just gonna. Okay, whatever. Well, it is. This has the changes, the style changes in this one are, they are much more subtle than in Gosei Great. There we go. They're not as the features aren't as exaggerated, but there's still some proportions that are different from the Deluxe Megazord. For example, the head is, I feel, it's more appropriately sized, and so is the torso. The arms are longer in proportion, or they're about the same scale, but they're less beefy. These things, the Knight Brother Zords, are fully painted, unlike the deluxe counterparts, and unlike the Gosei Great Megazord, they are painted. Like the Zords, the headers are painted as well, so that's really nice. Yeah, it's pretty much, it's the Gosei Grand Megazord, and yeah, get that out of the way. Alright, so this figure I like better in terms of detail and paint. I do like the design of Gosei Great more, but I feel that Gosei Grand is just an overall, it's a better figure just because of it has more of its original details, and I don't know, it just, yeah, it looks great. It's a close-up of its head. Again, sorry it's not in focus. Yeah, close-up of the Knight Zords, and yeah, that's all there is to it. It's pretty much the same figure, it's just different design, obviously. I really like it. I think I might like it more than Gosei Great, but both are still great figures. And now you can pose them like this or whatever. Yeah, fantastic. Okay. So, I hope I did not miss anything, but I think that's pretty much it for the Megaforce, Power Rangers Megaforce Retrofire figures. Again, I'm not sure that these are official Retrofire figures because, as you can see on the packages, like, they're not labeled as Retrofires. Nowhere are they labeled as Retrofires. I believe they were labeled as Retrofires at Power Morphicon 3, but I'm not entirely sure. I can't remember too well. But overall, these are fantastic figures. From what I've heard from people that also own Retrofires, previous Retrofires, these are much higher in quality, better articulation, tighter joints, all that jazz, and I really like them. I'm not much for collecting Megazord figures, but I really love these figures. They're fantastic, and they will go well with any Power Ranger or Megaforce display. So yeah, I picked these up for $12.99 on Amazon.com with free 2-day shipping, and I believe these will be available from Toys R Us soon for $14.99. I can't be too sure, but definitely if you're a fan of Megaforce, if you're a fan of Gosei, or you're a fan of the Megazords, definitely pick these two up if you can only pick up one. If you want something to represent the season better, I would definitely go with Gosei Great, obviously, but in terms of quality, go with Gosei Grand, even though it has less playability because it doesn't come with any accessories, and it's also the secondary mecha of the team. So yeah, that's pretty much it for this review. Hope you enjoyed. This is Arconane of Rangerboard, signing out.